All right, well, here we go. The final ship from Mr. Keys's Type H for Hyperspace mod. Let's see what we have. The last one we played was simply called The. Just The. There have been so many ships in this mod, which has given us so much content, so thank you for all your work, Mr. Keys. Let's scroll through here and see. What is it? Retraction. I have not played this one. Retraction. Is that the last one? Yeah, Figment we did. Okay. What's going on with Retraction here? Retraction, Crystal Cruiser Type H Type 3. This crystal welcomed the vile foreign invaders to their homeworlds with open arms. Yep, no bitter resentment here. I'm not sure if that's sarcastic, but I think it might be. This is possibly your best ship art too. Oh wow, that's interesting. Did you added all the black like doodads here, didn't you? This looks very much like a vanilla FTL could be in the ship art visuals. Compare it to Type 2 to see the difference. Yeah, okay. I see, I see. So you like had to embed it into the crystals. I see. So it's missing this one section. And you had to draw in all that art, I guess. That's cool. Really cool. No crazy augments here. What's the weapon? A single-shot crystal. A strange alien weapon that is able to pierce through a single shield laser. Wow, okay. Single shot. So it's like a basic laser, but in crystal single pierce mode. We have cloaking, shields, level 2 piloting. Normal, we have a normal Lanius. Normal Mantis. And then a cursed crystal. Wishes people would stop invading their home. Abduction curse. Teleports all enemy crew to your ship. Activates automatically 20 seconds after an FTL jump. Wow. Reduce suffocation damage. Movement speed reduced by 20%. Max out. So that's all normal. So it's just gonna abduct everybody. Where is it gonna put them? In the same room as him, or what? That is unique. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Do we have Gibbs? Follow the rebellion. Nice. Those are very good. So you had to. Let's do that one more time. So you had to do not only the original art here, but I'll connect it and make the Gibbs look good. It's really good. I can see why you're most proud of your visuals on this ship, because that's really good. Abduct them to the Lanius room? I feel like that's what this is designed to do. But I need to put them like next to each other or something. I'm not quite sure how to make that work. They're always abducted in piloting. Perfect. That answers the question. Then this is how this is going to work. Let's do it this way. So we put the Lanius in the piloting, so it's vented. And then there's going to be a bunch of crew that show up there. I guess what I'm probably going to need to do is prevent all of these rooms, because if there's more than 2 crew, then we'll want them to be there, I guess. This is going to be very interesting. It's also not going to happen at the start of the fight. It's going to happen 20 seconds into the fight. Yeah, of course, there's nobody to abduct this first time. First jump, shield hack, offensive drone. F you, FTL. And this is like just a vanilla thing. This isn't even like any modded shenanigans. this game. Like hard mode, no pause, yeah. Oh, it made the sound of them getting teleported, though. Man, is his freaking drone control gonna get repaired in time before I can even do a second shot? That would be such bullshit if that happened. Okay, good. Thankfully didn't dodge any of our shots. Just restart? No, not yet. We've only taken 5 damage. Worst event in the game is our first jump. A free shield hack versus an offensive drone. Is it actually the worst event in the game? It might be, actually. One thing I could think of to be worse would be like asteroid field pulsar when you have no shields or something. Asteroid field with no shields and offensive drones, which I don't know if that's possible first jump, but maybe it is. Damn it, the repairs are happening fast enough. I can't keep this shit down. Alright, F this game. I am restarting. Go F yourself, stupid bullshit first fight. Go F yourself. There's your salt. It's one of those events where it depends. Probably the worst first jump event. Yeah, probably. Okay. 2 shots I can get past my shields and a missile that can get past my shields. Wonderful balanced first couple of fights to start our runs. Fucking hell. The missile was too slow. Oh my god, that's insanely good. Anti-personnel, it's true too.
No fucking counterplay to that shit.
Okay. Well, how about you just fuck yourself, FTL? How about that shit? Yeah, balanced ship. We'll find the most bullshit stuff we can start with each fucking fight, man. A rock plus a mantis into or after getting hit by multiple lasers and missiles to start. Give me a fucking break, man. You really gave this ship shit for offense, though. Why do I have half a crystal ship? Because it was designed this way by Mr. Keese. How about 4 free hull damage? I was kind of expecting salt from Mr. Keese's ship. His ships always feel so effing weak early, except the very rare ones that are not weak. Why do they all have to have more offense than me, man? Why all of them? I don't know how to make use of this whole venting thing. I'm not sure how to make use of it. Not sure where to put my crew. So if I want manning on my systems, which I do, I need my crew to not be sitting indoors. How did they board me? This crystal has an ability that abducts enemy crew. It's what this ship is based around. It's a crystal crew that wants non-crystal crew to stop coming to the crystal sector, so he's abducting everybody after 20 seconds. It's the theme of this ship. The gimmick of this viewer created ship. That's awesome. Yeah, there's been a lot of cool mechanics in... you know what? Just go for it. Nice. I'll just reset again if it killed me. A lot of cool mechanics in this mod. Seems hard to deal with. Well, they board automatically into piloting, so I'm trying to vent them. I just need one more crew. If I had one more crew so that I could, you know, have the Lanius indoors and I vent this entire... I don't know. I need like a second Lanius to really make this work. Because the venting kind of sucks to make use of this too. Oh, nice. So if I could vent here and have a crew here... yeah, I don't know how to make this work. I'm not sure what Mr. Keys meant to happen by having them board to piloting for free. Feels like I need two Lanias to really make use of whatever this mechanic is supposed to be building around, and I just don't know how it's supposed to work. Just don't know. We do get our second shield this time. At least I have effing shields, so that's an upgrade from a lot of ships we've played lately. Just vent the whole right side and have a Lanius and weapons. Move Crystal to Lanius room before teleporter. Move Lanius to doors. Lock. That is so much micro, Nietzsche. I hope that the ship's not built around me microing 20 things every single jump. If it's 20 seconds, shouldn't you upgrade cloaking and upgrade doors to kill them as fast as possible? No, I want to board them because it'll get me a crew kill. Yes, I could do this. And it's kind of what I did earlier. But when I move him here, he won't ever lock the doors before they follow him into doors. So it's like... feels like we're missing something for how this is supposed to work. Or it's not supposed to be that good. You upgraded your doors. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do that early because that's a waste of scrap. When what you really need is second shield to not die to stupid flax and burst lasers and stuff early, but I'll probably eventually do a door upgrade. And I'm gonna sit here and wait. Best bet might be upgrading doors, venting mode of the ship, turning off O2, move Lanius out. Man, all y'all's suggestions are requiring me to do 30 seconds of micro before each fight. I try not to use strategies that require me to use 30 seconds of micro between every single jump. Sounds like a good way for my hands to fall off, so I'm probably not going to do these suggestions y'all are giving me. It's just too much micro. My hands are still kind of killing me because as much as I love Monster Train 2, like, I have to click over and over and over on that. My hands have been killing me from that. Which sucks because I love Monster Train, and I'm worried that I'm gonna have carpal tunnel / arthritis issues playing the game a lot. Keep the 3 rooms vented that you currently are. You just shut the doors with O2 off. You could also just move the Mantis or Crystal to doors. I could, and then I don't dodge as much or fire as fast. I need more crew to do any of these suggestions y'all are talking about. So I can have somebody on doors while I have my weapons charging and my engines engines manned. You're fairly certain your early strat was just venting them towards the med bay. Okay. Well, that's basically what I'm doing, so... I care about a store with 39 scrap. Can't buy a weapon. But maybe like an Ion Blast Mark 1. No, I don't think do I go to a store with 39 scrap. Boss fight is going to be a shiznizzle show. That's a great bribe, sir. Well, and the boss fight's even harder in this mod because we have to do it in an asteroid field and then a half power. No. Solar flare, then asteroid field, then a half-power nebula. So yeah, it's gonna suck. 6 missiles, huh? I'm gonna do this because we also just need value point in our damn weapons. That sucks. This fucking game, man. Just dodge all of my entire first volley, you know? Super balanced. Fun and balanced gameplay, chat. Oh my god, tell me my Lanius isn't gonna die. Production strats. I don't know. I'm just trying to not be pissed off right now by bullshit. Another Mr. Key ship, and I'm pissed off the whole time. Big surprise. Big effing surprise. And no, before you ask, I'm not resetting yet. This game. Why do you play it, Rand? You shouldn't play a game if you hate it. You're right, I shouldn't play this game if I hate it. Turn the attack on. No more gimmick, it's some more normal, slightly underpowered ship now. No, the gimmick is still here because it's this guy. This guy is causing the abduction. And he's still here. Although I might just vent him so I don't have to deal with this gimmick. No heal bay for him. I only have 6 missiles, so I don't want to use any more. You need to heal. Is he not gonna board me anymore now? So your gimmick on this ship is completely canceled out if they have a frickin' teleporter, by the way. So, you know, that's fun. Okay. Once they're abducted, there's no one left to repair their systems. Unless they have a teleporter, then they just go back, and it's like you don't have a gimmick, you just have a weak ship, which is kind of what we're feeling right now. I could break the teleporter. Well, maybe after I kill their missiles I can next time. There's almost always something more important to shoot than a teleporter. Which is weapons. Jesus Christ with these fucking freeboarders, man. Goddamn, give me a break from bullshit, FTL. I mean, thanks for all the fighting training. I'm so happy. I'm glad I get fighting training. It's so useful. Which it actually probably is useful on this strange gimmick ship. What am I doing here? Four nebula jumps get me 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I guess. Attack the pirate. Not a safe fight. This run is friggin' weird, man. Alright, just NG's boarding, that's fine. I kind of wish there was something more to go with this gimmick other than you just abduct them. Like, I don't know, you have two Lanius crews, you can vent them. You have a modified NG medbot dispersal that slowly does damage to enemies when they're on your ship. I feel like this gimmick of free... This is actually a negative if they have a bunch of really strong crew. I'm spending 35 on early doors. I mean, such a waste of scrap when we need other things like, you know, a weapon that doesn't suck. How are y'all creating your custom ships? Exclamation point bio. Type that in chat. Exclamation point bio. There's a link to videos that will give you some info there. Alright, so I can't train weapons here. But I can train everything else, so let's do it. God, the sound of them teleporting freaked me the hell out. Alright, well, story time finally. I was going to tell you all about my gig, but I basically did. Anything else I need to say about the gig? It was fun. It was a good time. It was hectic. I was a little stressed. Honestly, the gig's kind of easy for the acting part. The hardest part of doing a murder mystery theater thing that I did was that like you have a lot of setup because you have like all these sheets of paper and you give the audience little pieces of fake money so they can bribe people to get clues. So it's like there's just a lot of random junk you have to do to set up, so that might actually be the hardest part of it. The acting part's just kind of fun. Yeah, superluminal for basic modding, hyperspace for more advanced stuff. If you want to do ship visual stuff, a lot of people use, what is that called? GIMP, I think it's called. You can use just, you know, Microsoft Paint if you want. There's a lot of different things you can do to if you want to get into modding. It's a very deep hole you can get into. And RPG Nerdos in chat and Mr. Keeser and Eagle's Eye are probably the three currently here who have done the most of it. I'm gonna just fully cross-train all three of them on all three systems because I don't know who I'm gonna want to be where. Once we actually have crew. No, not weapons, shields. Oh, another thing I did over the weekend, I finally bought new socks. I don't have socks with holes in them, and replaced my house slippers that were falling apart. So, GG for first money I've spent on any clothes in like a year. What do you call a duck being kidnapped? An abduction. I give you a nod. That's all the recognition I give you for that one, Fred. I'm sure if Pieboy's around, he'll approve it, though. Yeah, new socks are nice. The older you get, the more you appreciate a good pair of new socks, right? You know you're old when you're excited about new socks, I guess. Alright, let's just kill this guy faster. If a duck is murdered, you should expect foul play.
Yeah, you see, that's funny because foul is a type of bird, and also foul plays when somebody gets killed, murdered. Yeah, that's why it's funny. It's a pun.
There you go. I did what you asked, madman. I did Arnold Schwarzenegger ransplaining. I don't know if I did French Arnold though. There's a joke book whose entire gimmick is the fact that you can rip the pages out and hand it to people. It's a book of terrible puns. Wow. Amazing. Mind control, no weapons, crew. We have a sun and a sun, 2 solar flares. That joke tore you apart. Now chat's just encouraging each other with terrible puns. Thank you for the 205 bits. Meowjadum. I appreciate every little bit helps. There, I did my pun. I contributed to the terrible puns by making a pun about bits, and every bit helps. There you go. I'm not speed hacking until we breach piloting our engines here. Actually, you know what? I didn't mention possibly the best part about my gig on Saturday. And hopefully something that will happen very often. And that is, I got a $50 tip. So money is, you know, the thing I'm doing this thing mostly for. And it could be fun, but we got, probably depending on the gig, it's probably going to be pretty regular that you get pretty decent tips. So me and each of the other actors each got a $50 tip from the show. So yay for that. That's nice. Did I let them slip it into my waistband? No, I'm not a stripper for these murder mystery gigs. And since it was a dude, it would have been extra awkward. So a dude whose, I think, wife was the birthday girl. So no, I didn't let them do that. Like the scientists that managed to grow human vocal cords in a test tube, the results speak for themselves. All right. You should carry your own tip jar for whatever table you sit at. The people think it's normal, expected. Oh, thank goodness, a weapon. All right. I'm gonna actually just do this. Is this what I'm gonna do? Not great synergy. Piercing weapons are not the best synergy. Might actually be better to small bomb their shields and then shoot their whole laser. That might be better. Half power, and I just buy a power. Okay. You would tell me a sodium joke, but NA Vermind. Okay. Wow. Instantly triple hit back and forth. F you, FTL. That was really weird. Apparently auto assault ships have fake crew that get abducted or something. Was that like a random crystal crew we saw there? That was weird. Another couple of bits. Thank you, Meow. Okay, well, at least we destroyed the drone Risey appeared. That was kind of interesting. The intruder thinks... The intruder thing pops up. This is a mechanic that is jank AF. Okay. Well, I don't doubt that making this work is janky, but I was just surprised to see a crew appear from a auto assault ship. Anti-personnel drone. So is there ever a crew kill opportunity here? Maybe if we breach. Oh, there's a crew kill opportunity because this happens every time that I keep forgetting about. Okay, this guy doesn't have the crystal lockdown ability either. I forgot about the gimmick on this ship for a couple seconds because we haven't fought a guy who it works against for a while. To be honest, you don't have a slight idea as to why it happens with auto ships, huh? Does the crew appearing not happen otherwise? I haven't noticed it happening, but I miss things a lot of the time since I'm always looking at chat. Alright, well, we kind of made up for our lost Lanius now. We've gotten 2 free crew. It's because the alert happens when there's an attempt at teleportation, even if it doesn't happen. No, I don't think that that's what it is. Oh, what's up, Ninjality? Happy Monday. Yeah. So happy. I care about locking down. I feel like I don't, since I can't like vent them up here. I really feel like there should be a vent up here with the way you design this, but whatever. 50 scrap. The alert happens because the game thinks there's an enemy crew on board. Why it thinks that, you don't know. Yeah. That's a cool cloak image. I don't know why, but that just looked really cool there. Alright, get ready for the boarding. Maybe I should have the rock dude on weapons so I can keep firing for his training while the mantis deal with the borders or something. That might actually be what I want to do. The room layout and venting on the ship was very carefully adjusted to the way it is now. You think this layout produces the most interesting decisions to do with dealing with boarders. Why are they always teleporting the piloting room? Because that's the way he designed it. Mr. Keith chose that for some reason. I don't know why. Because Mr. Keith designs things for interesting decisions and often ships being quite weak early. At least that's my feeling of playing the ships, is that they often feel quite weak early. I think the game is hard-coded into whenever a teleport happens that isn't player-initiated, it will play a sequence of events including the alert even if no crew are teleported. And there is a limitation of the method used to abduct everyone. You had to design around it. Okay. So that must be why they're boarding and piloting, I guess. And we'll get the rocks and weapon training in the meantime. Mantis is fully fighting trained. Okay, that's cool. The pirate's resume was impressive. 10 years of board meetings. Is that a joke about walking the plank? And ships are made of wood? I guess so. It feels like a stretch. Alright, so we got double solar flares. Oh, because they board their enemies. Oh. Oh, okay. Gonna do a weapon upgrade. Let's see if we're hacking. Let's hold on. Probably have enough for hacking after 2 ship fights, so let's go ahead and do the weapon upgrade. Alright, well, Pieboy approves, I'm quite sure. Anyway. So we're gonna get a lot of fires on their ship, but then they're gonna board us, so let's get ready for that. Let's have you ready to deal with the fires. The real problem is I can't really heal my dudes. So I move my crew around. That's a great reward. Madmen's puns are too advanced, too dumb. They loop right back around to genius. Sure. Sure, we'll call that a genius pun. You love pirate shanties. They always have a great hook. Okay. Alright, wonderful. Sometimes I feel like I should laugh, but then I'm like, it would just be a pity laugh, because I don't actually think that's funny. It's kind of crazy how many doors there are on this side of the ship. I'm just realizing how many doors are on that side of the ship, and how 0 doors there are on this side of the ship. Very weird. How 0? That's a totally great phrase. I just... My English is very... amazingly. My English is very amazingly. You know we had those two very unfortunate events at the beginning. You wouldn't say the ship is weak on a vanilla FTL skills. Shields plus cloaking. Also crew killing and weapon to kill auto scouts. I will give you shields plus cloaking. But the offense is terrible. I don't think 20 seconds forcing the enemy to board you is good offense. It's like an uncontrollable teleporter. Because a single laser that pierces one shield is not good offense. And if you have weak early offense, that always feels bad to me. So, I would say its defense is pretty good. Its offense is pretty terrible. To start. Couldn't believe when my girlfriend said that she has an abduction fetish, but she demands to be taken seriously. That one's hard to, like, if you don't see the comma after taken, it's hard to understand that one. But okay, I get it. When her girlfriend was finally abducted by a gang of mimes, they did unspeakable things to her. Jesus. Oh, God. Alright. Unspeakable. I get it. I get it. Alright, lots of nebulas. I want to get the level 2 piloting. Oh, the ship does start with level 2 piloting. Okay, well that's also pretty good. I'm not sure why it starts with that, but cool. Maybe an extra weapon power upgrade. Yeah, if I weren't trying to get hacking, like, right now, I would probably take it. That offense with half power is bullshit, by the way. 4 power weapons and a shield, and I can barely get 3 power weapons and a shield with no dodging. Okay, good. I don't know what pains ran more right now, this run or these stupid puns. I mean, not stupid, silly. Silly and so funny. Piloting 2 because the borders show up there is why you did it. Oh, okay. Alright, so weapon upgrade's 50, and if I do that, I can't afford hacking at 80 yet. Two shields. I say can't get through our shields, but if everything times out perfectly, he can. Okay, good dodge. Oh, damn, he did board with 3. No, I didn't. He didn't board. We did abduct 3, I guess I should say. Man, I keep forgetting about this until it happens every time. You can change the default rarity of equipment per sector. Okay. That's how the game regulates crystal weapons only being allowed in the crystal sector. The rarity list in the sector data. Okay. Okay. Alright, well, still no store. We're in Uncharted Nebula. Weapon and power. At least we have weapons and we have cloaking. We're actually pretty strong right now, as much as I'm complaining about the ship starting out weak. The free weapons we got have been pretty nice. We got a free small bomb and a free... Actually, we got 3 free weapons, didn't we? I don't think I've spent any scrap on weapons. That's pretty darn nice. So many borders. Thought I told you to move out there. I want to get weapon training, but I don't want to necessarily kill him. One more shot. Okay. Very nice, double reward. You would legit recommend to anyone wanting to mod FTL, read through all the data files and try to understand what they are doing. Wow, that sounds like a lot of work. It's a shame these abductions aren't just surprise adoptions. Not sure what that means. I wish they were free crew. I was getting that. Would be nice. Toying with an idea of changing how available all weapons are per sector, make flax rare everywhere except abandoned, or beam weapons rare outside of Zoltan sector, something like that. Is that possible? You can do this, Mr. Key says. Okay, so you can do that. This guy loves his heavy lasers. Good. Good. Okay, now we're safe. Abductions as surprise adoptions in some places are called pre-arranged marriages. Yikes. Do. I will say another unexpected perk, or maybe expected perk, of the murder mystery gig I did over the weekend was it was a birthday party for a girl who was like turning 30, and they were all dressed up to like with masks and ball gowns and stuff to be like masquerade. So there are many attractive people there. So seeing many attractive people dressed up very nicely, you know, that's a nice perk of doing a gig. Is hanging out with attractive people at a party, right? Even if I'm working, still, you know, that's a bonus. Do we get... Okay, well, at least we don't lose crew. At least we don't lose crew there. Intruders on board. They're in my cloaking. Alright, let's just vent everything on this side of the ship. Get you over here. Okay. Alright, what am I hoping for at a store? Hacking, that's what we're hoping for. And we have plenty of drone parts. We have normal system slots, so we can get hacking and mind control. Okay. Fun fact, you cannot get rid of the cursed crystal. What if I vented him? Because he looks like he doesn't have infinite health. Does he come back? I bet you he comes back if I vent him. I don't actually even like this weapon, so let's get that instead. Why hacking? It's the best system in the game, Breaker Lad. You may be new to FTL if you're wondering why, if you would ever question why buy hacking, because it's the best system in the game. Apart from the required systems to do anything, it's the best purchasable system in the game. If you're trying to win consistently at the game, anyway. Hacking, cloaking, and mind control are my 3 favorite systems to buy when I have the choice. It's actually worse if Event to me becomes a ghost and cannot do anything except stand there, but still abducts everyone. Okay. Great. Amazing. Oh, a free slugman, eh? Alright, I think that's gonna let me put NG on doors then. Put you on piloting for the immunity to... whatchamacallit? Mind control. And we now have a silly device. Very good. Oh, I didn't fully train you on piloting. I left you off 1 training. Oh well. Okay, and there's no hacking at this store. At the store we were at. Okay, how many jumps do we have? 4, 3, 2. In 1 store, there could be 1 there. I think cloaking is better than hacking in many scenarios, to be honest. Well, Breaker Lad, I'm not sure your experience in FTL, and I don't want to discount your opinion, but all of the top players that I know of in the world in FTL agree that hacking is the best system in the game. And again, not trying to like toot my own horn, but I'm one of only how many people completed the Harmonopause cycle? Like 10 or 12? We did complete kind of the hardest challenge in FTL other than some other ridiculous things, but the Harmonopause cycle streak. So it's pretty universally agreed upon by the top players in the world that hacking is the best system in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say cloaking is the second best. When you're talking about which systems you prefer to buy. And I don't have enough power here. Let's do our full volley and just do it before the Howard beam goes off because it's 17-second charge time. Close. Okay, good. We got it in time. Oxygen is D tier. Oxygen's, you know, a luxury item, really, if you think about it. I can kind of auto-fire this and get some weapon training, I guess. Oh, he has actual teleporter to counter our free teleporting. Oops, I auto-fired and didn't crew kill. Oopsie. The ship gets better the more Mr. Keys talks about it. Better or more trolly? Yes, is the answer. You literally can't stop the free abduction, apparently. Alright, so I still want hacking. Go dodge power so we have more chance to dodge while cloaked. It's well balanced. I'm glad you used quotation marks there. This ship is well balanced, like I'm a rich streamer. It's the opposite of the thing that I'm putting the quotation marks about.
Good job, Neo. Good dodges.
Okay. Ship kind of ends up being easiest in the mid-game, you'd say, huh? Modify for training. Kind of losing that fight, aren't you? Aren't you? Not so tough without your car, are you? Name the movie that quote's from. The random quote. I know I just always will just do random quotes for movies sometimes, but anybody know what that quote's from? Ain't so tough without your car, are ya? Okay. I'll give you a hint. That quote is from an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Even though it's not said by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay. I healed you there. I feel like I've asked this quote in chat before. That's Kindergarten Cop. Good memory, Tyler. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's police partner when she's fighting some other woman who like hits her with a car at some point, and later on she like hits her with a board or something, goes, "Aren't so tough without your car, are ya?" Alright, let's see here. That shouldn't be a dive if I go here. You had to dig deep for that one? Nice, nice, well done. I don't need my missiles. Okay, free power upgrades, nice. Okay, Slug or Zoltan? I think that's an easy slug choice. Means I should probably get level 2 hacking. I mean, not hacking, I don't have hacking. Level 202 is what I mean to say. Do we get insta hacking? That would be lovely. Beautiful. And backup battery. My loves. I almost got the O2 level 2 to protect from all the O2 hacking events. What happens to the abduction if you have a Zoltan's shield? Sure, it won't affect it at all. Fun fact, Zoltan shields won't even stop the abduction. There you go, there's your answer. Wearing radiation events. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have 6 slugs on our ship if the abduction happens too early. I'm not enjoying your fun facts. These fun facts are sounding more like terrible facts, scary facts, punishments. Fun fact, you die if you lose too much health. That's not a fun fact, that's a terrible, terrible thing that might happen to us. Yeah, this is worrying radiation, so we don't even have our heal bay working here. I think I've microed this well enough, though, that I think we're okay. So now they're going to swap places. So let's do this. Okay, this should all be fine. Okay. How much health does this special crew member have? Like 120, 125. Normal crystal crew health. He feels fragile? Nah, he's got the normal crystal. It's normal crystal 125 or 120? I think it's 125. So I think that's normal. For crystal crew. Crystal crew. I think the only thing special about this crystal crew is the fact that his ability has been changed. He no longer can do crystal lockdown and does the the scheduled abduction power thing. Alright, chase them. Darn. Okay, so these are 2 guaranteed stores. I don't have anything to sell, and I would like to get mind control if possible. It felt like he's dying faster. He suppose Border's just rolling high damage on their hits. Well, it's also the fact that he's 2v1ing... Wait, no, he wasn't. That was when he was on piloting. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe he was 2v1ing or something. Mind control's very helpful for the ship. Yeah, I mean, since you're abducting crew, it makes sense. And let's prepare for them getting abducted. Auto fire for weapon training. Very nice. Heal. Okay. What's wrong? Demand the rock ship pay. I hope I get a ship fight. Nope, I got 5 free hull damage. The worst outcome of that one. Okay. And your repair training, I guess. Good. Alright, let's hope for mind control here. Gosh, I haven't been counting my jumps. I hope I get to the exit beacon. It's really far down there. No mind control. Another heavy laser, though. Yeah, we're fine. Heavy laser instead of small bomb? Sure. Mediocre weapon, badass weapons over here. And we got a badass over here. The rock ship really risking all their lives for 12 scrap, huh? That's a lot of dodges, bro. Like, seriously, a lot of dodges. Good. Right, now the fight is safe. And we can train our weapons. Very good. How's our weapon training coming along? Pretty nicely, actually. I think you might have already said something about it, but the cloak image also took a lot of time. Yeah, I like the cloak image a lot. It looks really cool. Because you get to see all the little doodads in there, and that's super well done. Okay, I've seen 2 stores. There could be a 3rd store at one of these non-nebula jumps, I think. I'm checking for those. For mind control. This guy has Clone Bay level 3 and he has a teleporter, so this feels like this is going to be hard to actually finish off all his crew, potentially. Okay, cut. Okay, alright, now we should be good. Too slow, Rockman, you're too slow. Do it this way. Okay, you go, do that. Oh, jeez. Alright. Teleporter plus Clone Bay is a bit of a counter to our abduction strats. A bit of a counter. Not quite a hard counter, but makes the crew killing a little tougher. Alright, do I see story yet? I do not. We have at least 4. 1, 2, 4. Let's go ahead and go weapon and power upgrade. Hope that doesn't cost me being able to afford mind control from a non-nebula store over here. Empty jumps are empty. Well, the end of this sector sucked. Slug or rock? Let's go slug again. Yeah, making sure there's not a mod in here that's influencing my sector choice. Eagle's Eyes mod. Eagle's Eyes mod. Eagle's Eyes mod. Does have special things in certain sectors, I think. Like RPG Nerdos has elitization available in subsectors. Alright, well, I need scrap before going to that store. If I want mind control, which I do want. 3 shields. Boarding. Teleporter and Clone Bay. It's an ion bomb with how long that's charging. Ooh, we set him on fire. Nice. Beautiful. Alright, no more Clone Bay. Thank you for more bits, Meow. I don't know how you have all these random bits, but I appreciate it. Well, crap. They got back because of teleporter. Alright. Your abduction is a failure, sir. How do you feel about that? Charon? Caro? Is your name just Karen and you're trying to avoid the Karen memes? My name's not Karen, my name's Caron. No, that's just French for Karen. We have a Karen on our ship. Teleporter plus Clone Bay hype over and over again. I don't know how to pronounce that. That is the name of the dude on the boat in Underworld. In the Underworld. Oh! Oh, like in Greek mythology? The guy who takes you across the river Styx, his name is Charon? Karen? Sharon is Karen. I don't need missiles. Alright, we have enough for mind control. That's the ferryman? Okay. You played Kestrel Beach, Hesnek? You got a dead-end map, so you had to dive 3 times in a row. Luckily, the jump before first dive was store, and you bought FTL Recharge Booster, and you survived and won the run. Well done. That's your daily reminder. Check your jumps, chat. Check your jumps. I can't do this and long range unless I have something to sell, which I don't really, so... Wish I could get the long-range scanners. Alright, we got all our systems. Missile, 3 shields, heal bay, drone control. Ah, boarding drone. Now we are actively weaker with the stupid abduction. We are now actively weaker against abduction, I would say.
Let me fucking hit him! Come on, man!
There's a lot of fucking dodges, man. At least we have mind control, I guess. Not sure if I should do this because venting might be bad for us with them having a drone here. I didn't hack their weapons, damn it.
Fuck you, FTL. Fuck your shitty fucking bullshit. Cheating ass motherfucker. Bullshit game.
Okay, fuck your weapons, douchebag. I don't know why those guys are just standing in the broken mind control. Freaking rebel rigger. You basically gave this ships like this an extra system by this abduction thing. I thought this was going to be cool at the beginning of the run, and now I don't think it's cool because I think it's just punishing because you didn't give the player very many good tools to deal with extra borders on the ship. So now this is just an extra challenge, which is probably how you designed it. Not to make a ship better, to make a ship weird, challenging, extra mechanics you got to deal with. Okay. I guess I gotta upgrade doors, but I do have a store coming up. Which, if they have long-range scanners, I'd want them. Or to replace my crappy two-shot, 2-power lasers with 2-power, 3-shot things. Oh god, this thing again. Wearing radiation, they're immune to mind control. And they're gonna have 6 fucking crew on my ship. Ah, what a nightmare. What a fucking nightmare right now. What did I hack? Is piloting? Okay. I'm about to have 6 crew boarding me with no heal bay. And no door upgrades. Okay, at least we got some damage there. And mind control immune enemies. Christ almighty. I don't think I win this fight, actually. Frankly, I feel like the layout is making this harder than it should be, and the fact that you start with doors level 1, alternatively, you feel like the player should be able to control when to abduct. A larger hill is more satisfying to climb. Mr. Keys, 2025. Gameplay balance is all games should be. That might be too strong. Yeah, I feel like there should be more mechanics to allow the player to benefit from this bullshit mechanic that we're having to deal with, honestly. Here, and I don't know if I win even with the micro. I think I might have to jump to another jump just to get my heal bay online. And if I want scrap rewards, I have to kill the ship, which I can't do unless I leave. Fuck. Was that door just fucking open, or did they instantly open it? I can't leave. I can't leave. Well, I think the run's over. So your wonderfully designed ship is, I think, just gonna kill me now. Heal Bay back? Okay, fucking Heal Bay's back, thank God. I say wonderfully designed, super sarcastically, of course. Oh, Christ almighty, that was a nightmare. Alright, get wrecked, you shitty, cheating-ass slugs with this shitty, cheating-ass event. Worst fucking event in the game just got worse. Well, maybe not worst event in the game. One of the worst events in the game, and this stupid ass, what is it called? Worrying radiation event. Just vent their oxygen. Breaker lad. That's called backseating, and also that's... Your backseating is a terrible suggestion considering the layout that we had. If I vented their oxygen, you know who fucking died? My crew, not their crew. So, please don't backseat. This. Just buy a house, Rand. Just don't be poor. It's so easy. No, you're ignoring a lot of variables when you just say, just do that. It doesn't just work. God. This abduction thing fucking sucks in slug sectors, by the way. Fucking sucks. My weapons are maxed out. Why can't I move in here? There's a bug. Oh no, this is not a bug. He's already got that slot in place. Just win, bro. I know, right? I should learn to play and just win. Fuck you. Why is this guy has mind control? That's why. Christ, this slug sector has become an even bigger nightmare than it normally would be. Your suggestion should just vent them? You know, I could if I had fucking good vents on this ship. But this ship was specifically designed to not be able to vent up here. Basically, we're effed by Mr. Keys' design decisions to be able to vent this effing boarding crew over and over. Half the ship is very good at venting. Yes, the half that fucking doesn't matter. The half that they are specifically not getting abducted into. Halberd beam, okay. Good weapon doesn't work great with our current build, does it? Unless I start hacking shields. Rand doesn't half-ass anything, including venting. That's right. Alright. So if we attack the mantis and save the slug, we can kill off the slug after and get all the rewards. I kinda just don't even want to... I kinda just want to one-shot everybody so I don't have to deal with this stupid mechanic anymore. I'm getting frustrated. All the hell with this abduction bullshit. Kill those effers. Get wrecked. Finish them off. Congratulations, you've designed another ship where I want to literally ignore the mechanic because it makes the fights worse. Which is, again, probably within your design preferences or something. Watch Randy win this run in dramatic fashion and mention just how much he hated it. Yeah, that's probably what will happen. Sounds about what I usually do. Let's see here. Abduction strategy incoming probably at boss. I'm not sure how we're going to deal with the abduction strategy versus the boss. Like, it's going to overwhelm our ship. I guess we'll see. There's like, what, 16 crew on the enemy ship or something stupid? I have no idea how we're gonna deal with that. Fuck you, FTL, you piece of shit. %95 chance to fucking get wrecked by your bullshit. It's apparently what we had there. Or 90%, whatever the hell it was. This ship is effing annoying anti-boarding micro. The ship. That's what this ship is. Flagship has 12 crew? That doesn't sound like enough. Is that counting the 4 that are in the side rooms? How is this ship special? Does enemy crew just board you all the time? Yes, they get abducted by this darn guy's ability. You would recommend upgrading the doors before the boss. Okay. I feel like that's saying, I recommend you making money before you have to pay rent. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. So I'll try to go ahead and do that. That's counting the guys in the side room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that might be right. Pass the goods, continue. Slug, okay. Guess I'm also thinking of your mod RPG that adds a whole bunch of extra crew. The elite crew or whatever. I hope that's not the case in this mod. I honestly can't remember. Okay, there's something happening where I cannot move my crew at the beginning when this shit happens. There's something that when they get abducted, I cannot move my crew into rooms instantly. And I don't know what that is. And it's effing pissing me off. That whatever you did, whatever mechanic you used to make this work, causes crew unable to be moved at the start. It's really freaking annoying. That's the jank you're talking about. God, that's annoying as hell. Alright, there's our fourth free crew, that's good. Third or fourth, I think fourth, fifth. I don't know, we lost one earlier. Preventing the rooms to piloting and then closing doors and leaving O2 off or running the pilot to medbay after. That's after jumping. That's how you think you should do the boss fight, huh? Probably put an oven mitt on your hand before you pick up that boiling pot of water. Yeah, that's a good tip. So you have no piloting training, but we just got you that has some piloting training. So you go there, you go there. Actually, I mean, I guess I should keep you here since I keep getting boarded over here. Abducted, I mean. It's abducted. We're not getting boarded. We're abducting them because it's such a good strategy. Real men don't need oven mitts. That's not true. Don't burn your hand off trying to be a real man. Just looked at one of my hard mode no pause videos. Flagship starts with 11 crew. You stand corrected. No, that's less than I thought then. Your mod adds 2 elite crew. You still need to get around to make sure they just replace 2 of the existing crew instead of being on top of those crew. Alright, good. That's a huge upgrade. How many crew slots do we have? Less than normal. Not only do we have shit venting to deal with forced boarding the entire run, we have 1 less crew than we can because this guy's taken up a slot. I assume is why. I still think that's pretty troll, but you know, whatever. So I guess it's the normal number of crew, but it feels like less because you don't... It actually will be less if this guy dies, isn't it? If this guy dies, we will have less than normal because you screwed us with the slots, I think. So I still call that pretty troll. But I call a lot of the special mechanics that Mr. Keys does pretty troll and punishing. Do I go to the store? Long range scanners. You would agree with the second point. God. Stop agreeing with me when I'm saying you're mean. Stop agreeing with me and just be nicer and make our ship stir stronger, please. Please. Why you start your ship so punishing, challenging? Because pain is fun, I guess. I don't have clone. Is this to save the NG save yourself? Smoldering NG research station. I gotta look this one up. I don't have clone base. Smoldering. Whoops. FTL smoldering NG research station. Board the station. Save the NG. Save the drone schematic. Save yourselves. Okay, so yeah. Save yourselves. NG is if we have clone bay, we get crew. Drone schematic, you lose crew, but clone bay protects you. Okay, so we do this one. Alright. Hey Rand, why'd you do that? You should have done this instead. Thank you. Thank you. that very helpful trolley statement. Slug ships are the absolute worst to face on this ship.
No,
Because extra free borders is basically what we're getting every time. I'm instantly telling my crew to move every time and they can't move because of the jankiness, so... that sucks. Oh my god, don't explode and die. That was really close to us getting a double Zoldan explosion. Crew kill loss for us. Alright, good reward at least. Can't reinvent the crew member that causes the abduction? No, Mr. Keese already told us that if you do that, he just becomes a ghost. So we can't stop the abductions, because that's how nice Mr. Keese is. Like the way I used air quotations to compliment somebody while actually not complimenting them. Mr. Keese is very nice, and I love his ships because they're fun and challenging. There you go. That's the positive feelings I have towards Mr. Keese's ships. 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can't go to distress. Is there a slug who can take your name? Yes, there is. We have NG Blue option. Just make sure you pay the tax, which you already did. Turbo jet. You wouldn't want anyone to miss out of the fun mechanic by accidentally losing their crystal. Fun. Yeah, it's a very fun mechanic. I love it when I lose my crew. And it makes me actively weaker in the run. Let's make sure we can guarantee dodge while cloaked, which I need a little bit more training for that. I also wish more people could get the fun of having a FTL missile into their face, while they've already been punished by all of FTL's fun mechanics. Hull laser, hull beam, heavy ion, reconstructive, FTL jammer, fire suppression. I don't have the extra system slots, do I? No. I'll take that as a threat. Yes, you should. Can you get to your Clumbe? No, this mod doesn't give any elitization. Mr. Keese doesn't give you things that make you stronger very often. There's the one ship that had like the different crew with like weapon abilities, but then they only had like 1 or 2 weapon slots. So if Mr. Keese gives you something, he usually takes away more. That's how I would describe Mr. Keese's FTL ship design philosophy. If you give the player something strong, make sure you take away something that makes them even weaker. You know, that's the balance. The balance is, oh, a little bit of strength, weakness. Oh no, a little bit of strength, punch him in the face. That's Mr. Keese's design philosophy, as experienced by this mod. Something like that. Do I want to buy a crew? I have 1 more sector to find an extra crew, and I have 1 crew slot. No, I have 2 crew slots. I'm actually buying a cheap human right now to help deal with the effing borders. You're kind of like that too. No, RPG Nerdos is like, uh-oh, something kind of difficult. Overpowered! Oh, Zoltan ships are kind of scary. Nerf them to hell! And I like RPG Nerdo's version. Because I like strength, not weakness. Should I name the human Randy? Okay, sure. I mean, you're the one who paid the cookies. You get a free flak, but you also get free borders every jump, right? And a crotch kick with a blade shoe. Your own blade shoe. Exclamation point FTL ship if you want to see the box.com where this stuff is, if that's what you're looking for. 62 scrap for 4 fuel, that's a deal. Are we sector 7? I think we are. Yeah. Man, you have 4 S-tier weapons. Congrats to you. Did you have to receive a crotch kick to the face? Yes, I did say that. A crotch kick to the face to get those weapons? No, you just get to have them. Crotch kick to the face is the worst kind of crotch kick, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. Crotch kick to the face. It doesn't even make any sense. It's fine. How did we still take fucking damage? He has no weapons and my shields are down. Fuck you, FTL. Whatever. Do I still do music? As much as I can. I just did a concert last night at my church job. It was a good concert too. It went well. And I'll be running sound for my friend's band at a gig this weekend. So, as much as I can, I do music stuff. Alright, chat. Line up. Raise your hand if you want a crotch kick to the face. Can someone do a heist? You are failing in how to do that. There it is. As far as I'm concerned, if someone wants to rename Randy using their own rename request, they may do so. What are best 2 other weapons to be used with flak and burst laser 2? Well, I have a weapon tier list if you want to look at that, but halberd beam is probably my favorite. So like flak 1, burst 2, halberd beam, heavy laser 1, that'd be a pretty awesome 8-power weapon system. You remember that from when you visited a long time ago. Glad I find time for music. Well, if I could do full-time music, I would, but it doesn't pay the bills. At least with the music stuff I do. If it eventually does, maybe I won't stream anymore because I'll be able to do full-time music stuff. I'd love to be like a full-time sound guy if I could. Which maybe I'm making baby steps toward. Good, just to get the shield. I like music more than streaming. Well, it's not that I like it more, it's that it's my passion and that it's what I went to school for. So if you spend, you know, a lot of money going to college for something, being able to do that thing for a living would be nice. But a lot of the arts, you go to school for that art, and then you make no money doing that art. It's kind of the theme of being an artist, whether it's musical artist, visual artist, author, you know, basically anything that involves creating. If you go to school for it, oftentimes you don't make enough money to be able to do it for a living, which is kind of sad. Alright, kill your friends. He still has missiles. Okay.
Fuck.
Okay, good. He didn't hit my cloaking.
What the F?
This guy has a value point in level 4 shields, by the way. Somehow his missiles keep staying online, even though I keep shooting his missiles. 90% chance to dodge equals fucking 0. F you, FTL. Nope. F you, go to hell and die. If you would so kindly. Tell me we'd still get the crew kill. Okay, good reward. You understand completely. Are you also an artist? Did you tell me that? Are you a singer? Hey Rand, you don't like missiles? I don't remember you seeing you use them, lol. No, I don't like missiles. I don't like using them. I don't like enemies using them. Because the downside of missiles for the player is that you run out. And the enemy only has to do one fight. So the downside of missiles does not affect the enemy, basically. I think they're imbalanced and unfair. You did school as a mechanic, locksmith, welder, then IT, and you don't want to do any of that. You kind of developed hatred for those things more than you did them. Yikes. That sucks. You went to 2 years of music university. COVID got in the way. Oh, that sucks. And you never went back. Glad at least I get some of it in my life. Used to binge my playlist for hours while gaming. Nice, nice. Yeah. Well, I've always been somebody who I'm gonna pursue my passion, whether it makes me money or not. So I've done retail a lot of my life while doing as much singing as possible. Now I just stream to fill in the time between my passions. Although with how much time I put into streaming, I sometimes don't pursue my passions of, you know, musical stuff as much as I could. But what I will also say is if you're trying to like be a professional musician, it's hard. It's hard. There's a lot of musicians and not a lot of paying gigs. So it can be, if you want to get into the arts, I would recommend going into teaching, because that's kind of the only consistent gig for being an artist, is teaching other people about that art. That's why so many people who go into music, go to college for music, end up being teachers, because it's the only consistent paycheck. They either do that or something completely unrelated to music. Like my brother has a voice degree, and he does insurance, so. You're thinking about police academy? That depends on your health condition. Yeah, that sounds challenging, but more power to you if you do that. I think one of my singer friends did police academy stuff. You were doing teaching, choir director? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what a lot of musicians do, end up being like a band director or a choir director or a voice teacher, something like that. I have so many friends who I went to school with that I sang in choirs and operas with, and are now choir directors at like high schools and middle schools. That's like the #1 probably job that people I went to school with have. And I even did some teaching myself, but I never really loved it. And I only did it as like a thing to do when not singing. Oh, I feel like it's been a while since I fought an auto hacker. Now I wish I had fought more this run so I could have not had to get boarded so much by the abduction stuff. Performing is the dream, though. Thinking of doing some music stuff as a hobby again. Maybe join a local choir. It's a good way to do it. Community theaters, community choirs. If you're looking for paid stuff, certain places have like paid choirs and paid theaters, but if you want to do it just for fun, community theaters and community choirs are great ways to do that. Do I want a store? Do I have any other weapon upgrade slots? I do, so I could do another flak or burst laser. I guess I'd take a store if I found one. FTL making up for all the extra auto scouts in every ship of yours that has problems with killing auto scouts. Okay. Not sure if I quite understood that sentence, but okay. Alright, teleporter and heal bay. Let me rephrase. RNG bad, FTL rude. Okay, I understand that. Although I will say I often have trouble understanding sentences while trying to play and micro crew, have 3 different conversations, you know, all the stuff we do when we stream FTL. I think the police academy is a noble goal. Hope you push yourself to pursue it. You don't know how it is with those schools in the US, but in your country we have 5 levels of education: elementary, sub-high school, high school, college, university. You got all 4 except university, and the police academy is considered university here. So if you go there, you'd have the highest possible education. Cool. US sounds similar, but the way I would describe our schooling levels is elementary, it's the first thing you go into when you're like 5 or 6 years old, I think. Then we have what we call middle school or junior high school. Then we have high school. And then we have junior colleges and university, which is kind of the same thing, but junior colleges are usually 2 years, and you can get some like trade school degrees, but a lot of people will go from there to university, which is where you could get higher degrees like bachelor's degrees and then master's degrees and then PhDs and that kind of thing, doctorate degrees, that kind of thing. This sounds kind of similar to what you're describing. Yeah, there I upgraded my door. Is that what I'm supposed to do? I did it. Max doors. Will I survive boss fight? Who knows? Map at the end of the run. How useless. Thanks, game. I don't have Clone Bay for that. Slaver scum. With hacking, or with missiles. Oh my god, he's gonna... we're gonna abduct 7 crew with a clone bay. Oh my god. I do not like this abduction thing. With mind control. Fuck my life. Alright, kill those things, please. No mind control, clone bay down. Okay, good. There's a lot of dodges. Jesus Christ. Forced boarding of 7 crew on my ship. Can you see why I'm not enjoying this run, chat? Can you see? I can see. But hey, they can't repair their stuff, though. Somehow that missile just came online for some reason. Why the hell did that missile randomly come online? I have no idea. FTL weapon priority is still a mystery. Actually, I don't know which one. Which one needs training? Zeramar. Nightmare. Well, there's a training run for our bajillion boarding by boss fight. Phase 1 that we're gonna have to deal with. Calling them slavers scum is ironic, huh? Been really sick. There's new genetic treatments. It would help if you'd study more, not just sit at home like you do now. Oh, and that's what's keeping you from doing the police academy stuff? Yeah. Ran, just vent them. Yeah, I should. There's probably a fire in their weapons that did system damage. Maybe there was. I don't know. I can't tell. Couldn't have anybody on sensor since we had 8,000 crew on our ship. Oh, that base is far away. Okay. Alright, so getting Force Shield I don't think matters too much on the boss fight. Which is getting as much power as possible with value points, I think. Jesus, boarding drones with their free boarding. That's gonna be fun to deal with. And by fun, I mean a nightmare like this entire run has been. I mean, it's been a super fun run. Flak offline, boarding drone offline. It's so weird when they just appear over here. You can tell it's janky with the way they appear out of nowhere. And there's some sort of weird delay on when you can interact and move the crew around. Fourth shield is very good for phase 2. Power is good for phase 3. I almost think maybe cloaking level 3 is better than fourth shield because it's cheaper for phase 2. I don't know. I'm always behind on scrap in your mod, Mr. Keith, so that makes getting fourth shield very hard. Because you're weak ass ships. I mean, amazing, unique mechanic design ships that are perfectly balanced and very well thought out and planned. Damn it, empty jumps. You think it's a reasonable amount of scrap to have? Yeah, if we're playing hard mode, vanilla. But the half power thing is the most punishing thing to me in your mod, is the half power phase 3, I think. Because I can't have the shields or the weapons I need unless I go full on power. In my experience with your mod anyway. This is actually on the high side for scrap for most of your ships we've played, I feel like. Good to see you, Flower says. You'll probably be around more because you've been on Twitch a lot more lately. Have a good day. Pursue your dreams. Alright. You have a great rest of your day. Glad you stopped by and hung out for a bit. Alright, here we go. How are we going to deal with this? I feel like I can't have my guy over here because I just have to have him over here. God, this is... I don't know how this is gonna work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there probably will be 2 people in the heal bay. Although if you start in the heal bay, that's terrible because if they hack the heal bay, you're effed. I don't have a safe place to jump to if I get a bad hack. And we have solar flare. Oh my gosh, it happened instantly. The F. Where's the hacking? On my fucking doors. Oh my god. I think that's worse than the heal bay hack. Because now they can run everywhere and I can't move. This is fucking insane, man. We're off, Hack. We're off so I can vent. Oh my god, my engine's gonna die, isn't he? My door NG died. You fucking murdered silly device. Mr. Keese, I hope you're happy. Silly device murdered by Mr. Keese. I hope you're happy, sir. I hope you're happy.
Frickin' Neo over here. Frickin'
God,
Neo.
fucking damn it, game. What the actual fuck?
that one of my crew that died? Oh my god, I didn't even notice they were losing that fight in there. God damn it, man. Jumping away feasible? I just said there's no safe place, so no, it's not really feasible. But hey, they have no crew. Yay, I get to deal with a fucking auto scout for the rest of this fight. Alright, well, at least we didn't die. I was afraid we were actually going to just die to that phase, so at least we're not dead, although I don't feel great. Ghost guy is still alive, sadly. He missed it again. I don't know. I'm playing a very hard run, so you're gonna make fun of me for missing something in chat. I don't know what to tell you. Alright, where am I going? Okay. Have anybody with piloting? You have a couple. I went back to YouTube to pass the 5 minutes between the cooldown. Time got away from you. No more fun mechanic left, thank God. Thank God. But I'm also out of NGs. I had 2 or 3 NGs and I lost all of them during that shenanigans. Alright, so I have all the power. So it's just boring now. No, now it's vanilla FTL. Difficult vanilla, harder FTL because the boss is now gets free repair on all his systems, gets a bonus asteroid field in phase 2 and half power in phase 3. So now it's just harder vanilla. With a boarding drone, by the way. We'll throw that in there. Okay, missiles are down at least. You're getting some pretty good dodges here. Alright, that was a 0 damage phase 2. Get wrecked. You admit you didn't think that system would actually work on flagship as well. It's so bullshit as though you didn't even think of that. What system are we talking about? It's all uphill from here. Okay. Alright, so I bought all the extra power, I have backup battery. So hopefully this will be the easiest phase, I hope. All that phase went pretty darn well. $22 scrap gets me nothing. Okay. To cloak this, I think we have to save cloaking for the overcharge.
Let me fucking hit him!
Good
Come
dodges,
on,
good
man.
dodges. Beautiful. Only need level 2 for this. Oh man, that was, I thought that was the sound of mind control going off. Perfectly timed there, but it's always a pain with the whole half power thing here. Okay, I think we should be good. Almost a 0 damage boss fight. Took 1 missile. There's another bit of damage. Alright, GG! Mr. Keys Type Hyperspace mod completed. We won with every ship except for, I think like 2 of them we lost. And they felt so weak that I didn't want to play them again. But that ship was called the Retraction. Retraction ship. What a crazy mod this has been. Salt, fun, anger, triumph, despair. We've gone through all the emotions with this mod. Thank you for enjoying the mod. Yeah, sure, we enjoyed it. Hadn't yelled at it. Got salty at it. Had some fun. There was a lot of good stuff going on in this mod. 5442. It was definitely more challenging than I expected when I first received this mod from you. I forgot the salt. Did I? I don't think I ever forget the salt. But yes, thank you for the ships, Mr. Case. If I was ever too negative on any of your ships, I apologize, but you know me. I want to win, and a lot of times your ships do not feel like that's their strong suit. So GG on the Mr. Keys Type Hyperspace mod. If you want to check it out, you can hit the box.com link that's in chat, or that I'll put up below the YouTube video later. So we have time for one more ship today. It has been a journey to get through this Type Hyperspace mod. I never expected there to be... Man, how many ships were in that mod? God, there had to be like 20 to 30 ships or something like that. A lot. There were a lot of ships in that mod. But we have one more from Eagle's Eye today to keep the FTL train going. So y'all enjoy chair ad time. Have a cookie. And when we come back, we'll play one more crazy ship that will probably be super overpowered, which I'm looking forward to that. See you in just a bit, my friends. Y'all rock. There's 30 ships? All right. All right. 30 ships. That's crazy.